Yo, what up? It's your boy Jack. We're gonna talk about my song "Good Kid." We not gonna talk about how crazy my hair look right now. Let's get to it. Now, some of you may know, "Good Kid" is actually a re-release. It was originally released with my EP 2023 Winter. I released that EP, I believe it was like July 1st of this year, 2025. And no, actually it was a little earlier than that, but I think maybe like June of this year. But it was released this year, and upon me releasing it, this song was amongst the songs that was on it. All of the songs on there, including like this one, including "Good Kid," were actually written in November or December of 2023. So if you heard "Good Kid," if you heard any of the songs on there, they all kind of follow a dark, kind of sad type of vibe, because during that time I was struggling. "Good Kid" was actually produced by NY Bangers. I've done a couple different records with NY Bangers, so shout out to them. But they do a lot of good boom bap style beats, and they just fit my style a lot, so I always love working with them. Now, "Good Kid" has 3 verses to it. The first verse focuses on my direct experiences and interactions with certain things. I open the song up with, "Had some issues with some killers, fortunately lose my life." Right, so I start off that way. It kind of stays in that same space where I'm talking about things that I've experienced, things that I've gone through personally, and I kind of focus on that throughout that whole first verse. The second verse, however, talks about me witnessing substance abuse and what that did to people. I specifically talk about alcoholism and drinking and how I kind of seen that destroy people personally. Like in my neighborhood, everyone drank beer. Not everyone, but a lot of the older folks drink beer, liquor. There was a liquor store right down the street from me. There was a bar around the corner from where I grew up. So I watched a lot of people die and suffer from alcoholism, my dad being one of them, right? My dad's life was cut short, not directly due to his alcoholism, but in large part due to his alcoholism. And the third verse of this song, I talk about the result of me seeing all of that. Right? I talk about my mental health. I talk about how I feel about myself personally. I talk about how I struggle with self-esteem, wanting to unalive myself. I talk about all those things in the third verse, which don't happen without those first 2 verses, the experiences that are in the first 2 verses. I think that's what kind of makes this song brilliant, is that although I don't directly say these verses are like interchanged or interlocked together, now that I'm saying it and you listen back, you're like, oh, they are. Like each of these verses leans onto the next one. And then the third one is just the overall, like, damn, this is what it did to me. This is what it did to my mental health. This is what it did to me and the relationship with me and my parents. That they all are connected, but they all have their separate thing that make it its own, but is directly tied to that. It's almost like a man and woman have a kid together. That kid is his own thing, but it's directly connected to the two. What I really enjoy about even just writing the song is that as I was writing it, I was just literally talking about how I was feeling at that time. Like as I was going through the song and creating the song, putting it together, I was literally just talking about, yo, I am hurt at this time. I'm not feeling in the best space. But I ended up talking about these parallels and these stories in this song. And that wasn't the intention going in. Like I did not say to myself, I'm going to write 3 verses that are interlocked and just, no, I didn't think that. I just wrote what I was feeling, right? And I think that's the best thing about being an artist, is that when you go into a lot of sessions, at least for myself, I don't know what I'm about to write, right? If I'm going to the studio to write, which I rarely do, I don't really write in the studio. I write at home and then go to the studio. Financial reasons, because I'll be wasting a lot of money if I was doing that. Like, it takes me a while. Sometimes it could take me a while to write. Sometimes it's very quick. It depends. But this particular song took me about a couple days to put together, and I didn't plan on putting it together like this. I just kind of let it happen. I let it be what it was going to be. If you look at the cover of "Good Kid," the cover art for "Good Kid," you'll notice that it's a little boy staring at this world, and the world is on fire. And he has to kind of survive and navigate the world. That's the theme of "Good Kid." That's the overarching theme. But I ain't gonna keep talking about it. I'm gonna need y'all to go stream it. If you haven't streamed it, if you streamed it before, do me a favor and stream it again. I believe it's a song if you love storytelling, lyricism, punchlines, wittiness. If you love that deep, dark tone, "Good Kid" is the song for you. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.